title of the new album is Balance.
The name of the album is Balance.
The name of the new album is Balance.
The name of the new record is Balance.
And personally, I feel it is the best thing that we've done as far as production-wise and songwriting-wise. Very good.
Basically, it's called for balance or imbalance on the planet. There's a big imbalance right now, it seems like, and this record, is, in my opinion, is balanced.
A few records ago, Al had that title, and I happened to remember it because I thought it fit this batch of music and just the place and time emotionally and whatever, where we were at this point in time, and I thought it fit the record.
This record is not a concept record. We have never picked titles that represent the entire album or take it in a certain direction. It's just, you know, Ed has a funny way of dealing with these things. He says it's just to let people know we have a new record out.
Right now we're doing a video for Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do.
Don't tell me what love can do.
It's okay. I'll do what I want if I choose. I can take the fall as a choice. It's my destiny in my hands. Yeah, it's up to me. I can drive. I can shoot a gun in the streets. Stop me some heroin. I can jump. Be a sacrifice, bear the cross, just like Jesus Christ. And I'm tired of hearing what love can do. And ain't gonna tell you what's right for you.
So, Eddie, did you consult these guys when you cut your hair off?
No.
I offered
Well,
to
he
help.
consulted us after he cut his hair off.
I offered to help, but
He asked us what we thought afterwards.
It's really cool since I cut my hair. Nobody knows who I am. It's great, you know? And Valerie, my wife, cut her hair too, so they don't quite put it together yet, but I'm sure that'll all change when the record comes out.
musicians are very perceptive to what's going on, whether it's in the world or whether it's in other music styles, and you cannot help but have some of it filter in. But the idea is that you are the filter, so you have an effect on how that comes out.
I don't know if it's the music or just the way it makes you feel or whatever. I mean, I still feel like I'm 19 years old.
You can't ever quit. And, you know, if you believe in yourself, you ain't gonna quit.
Music is my life.
I personally wanted someone to have someone who's musical, which Bruce Fairbairn is very much so, to have just an outside ear. He kind of makes you look at your own music in a different perspective.
Bruce,
he's got more metal.
Bruce is so cold. Bruce is such a cold-blooded guy. Oh, yeah. The way he does things, it's like you end up not arguing. It never gets to the other guys. If you're dealing with him directly, say, hey, Bruce, I don't like that part. It's just too bad. It's great.
And also the fact that he actually made me kind of nervous to play around him, which was good. You know, it kind of puts fire under your ass and makes you try to impress him and do a little better, you know. Because he's worked with a lot of good people, and it's like, you know, I don't want him to think that I'm not what I'm cracked up to be, you know.
There's been a movie called Ingmar Bergman had called The Seventh Seal, which is really where I'm coming from. It's an old, tripped-out thing of playing with death, which is the same thing. Playing a chess match with death is what we're doing. And the way things work in this band is like the brothers will always agree, so it's always two.
No. He's setting that up. Ed had this poster of Cream, and I wanted to get Ginger Baker out of it.
He would have cut.
Wait a minute, no. Here's what happened. It became because what happened was it became a psychological thing. I was never gonna cut it out. I was just so ticked off that he would not let me have it. If he would have said you could have it, then I would have just left it. But it became one of these things.
How was I supposed to know that
I know.
he wasn't?
I think we respect each other enough to where let's put it this way, if 3 out of 4 think a certain way, then odd man out.
The best I can do is go to Mike and pay him off, or like really try to get him Mike, and then you got a battle. And then the second I leave the room, the brothers get Mike and convince him the other way, and then I come back in the room, and it's 3 against 1, and I never get my way in this band, and I'm sick of it. There's extremely high from live performance, but it also is extremely draining, and it kind of wears you out. You couldn't function on that high for very long. And it's nice, I like the pendulum theory. I like to go completely in the opposite direction and just hole up in a room on tour a lot of times just to get the opposite thing of complete relaxation, because that high on stage, there's 0 relaxation.
But still, getting up in front of an audience on stage is instant gratification.
Amsterdam, which is more like ba-da-da-da-da-da, I really like getting into it. So yeah, it does. Each one invokes a different thing.
Let's see what let's Don't forget, okay?
So.
I'll just stay right here.
The truest part of us is just being musicians, because we're first and foremost, I think I can speak for everybody in the band, we are musicians and we love playing music. And we're ourselves. I mean, everybody conjures up this big image of party and whatever, and we did the same way. You know, before we did our first tour, I read about things that bands did on tour, and I'm going, oh God, I can't wait to go out and do that. I just enjoy going out on the road and playing music and meeting new people.
We're starting rehearsal in February, and I think we're going on tour in March.
March 11th, I believe, in Pensacola, Florida. And then we'll probably be spending March and April playing through the States. And we'll take a short break, and in May and June we'll be going over to Europe and playing dates over there. France, Germany, Spain. We're also going to Australia and Japan. Japan, we haven't been there in quite some time. Australia, we've never played there, so we're particularly looking forward to going over there and playing for the first time.